Here are my trades for the day. I actually had one stock trade today. It was a real trade discretionary in Wells Fargo, and I entered a short here, and I took profits on that bar at 1642. Here are my Forex trades for the day. My first set of trades here are in the euro dollar on the 1 minute chart. My first entry is along here. I went light share size because of the steep run we had to here, and I took profits up here. Once it looked like we were peaking, I shorted 25 there and took a quick profit down here at the support level. And then once we reacted to the trend line, I went long. The reason why it was a light share size is because I didn't think there was much confidence in it going up. So I took a quick profit up here at this resistance level. Then once we flattened out, I had a feeling we were going to go short, but because we hadn't broken this trend line yet, I didn't want to risk too much, so I went in 5 there. And I added 25 here once we broke support and the trend line. I exited the 25 here at this support, and I let the 5 ride to here. And then once we bounced off support, I long 10 here. I wanted to stay light still because of this strong downward move. And I took profits too soon. I should have had my stop gain at this resistance or the next one. And once this big red bar formed, I decided to short 25 there. And I got stopped out there. I should have had my stop out above this resistance level. Okay, my next set of trades here are a little weird, but I'm going to try to explain it the best I can. My next trade was a short, and I only went 10,000 here because I wanted to wait for some more confirmation. And once we had this pullback, I shouldn't have had my 40K order here. I should have had it below this support level here, and but I didn't. I had it down here, and once we broke that, it got triggered. And my other mistake was I had my stop too close. I should have had it up here above this resistance level. And once I was stopped out of that, I was still in this short 10,000 order here when I decided to jump in on the pound dollar, and it was on the 5-minute chart. And I went long 25 here on this resistance break, and once it looked like we weren't going to break this one, I tightened up my stop out, and I got stopped out there. And then my next trade was I added 25 here to this 10K, and I exited that 25 here at the support level. And then this first 10,000 short here was stopped out here because I tightened up the stop. And once it looked like we weren't going to go up anymore, I decided to jump in again on another short. And I did 25 there, and I took profits here at this support level. Then I took a break and came back and went long here because it was a decent move upward, but I had my doubts looking at the 5-minute chart that it was going to continue up because it looked like we were channeling like below this resistance level and this above this support level down here. So I only went 10,000 there, and I stopped out half here, and the other half got stopped out here at this support break. And then I jumped in on a 10,000 short here off of this support break. I should have traded a bigger size because these red bars were pretty solid, but I didn't, primarily because of this upward trend line here. We hadn't broken it yet, so it was kind of understandable that I traded that small size. But then I exited half here at the support level, and once that happened and we were kind of bouncing around here, I decided to tighten up the stop on this to above this resistance level here, and I got stopped out on it there. Okay, here are my last two trades. They're in the euro dollar on the 1 minute, and I went long here on this resistance break. I did a small size because of the steep run, and I didn't think we were going to break this resistance level, and we didn't, and I got stopped out there. And then I entered a short here on this support break, and I traded way too big a size here. I should have only did like about 10,000 there, but I didn't. I went in on a little bit over a full size actually. I don't know what I was thinking, and The reason why I should have went light there is because of this trend line here. You know, I usually only do a light size until we break this trend line, then I add to that. And you know, we bounced off that, and I almost get stopped out up here because my stop out was above this resistance level. And once I didn't get stopped out, things were kind of trickling off. Then we had the close of the U.S. market. I decided to take 90% of my size and place an order for a break even on that, because I wanted to do one of two things. One was just to give me, you know, peace of mind, only having a light size after hours. And the other thing too is I also wanted to make that remind myself that I shouldn't do this again. You know, this is, you know, since I'm paper trading, I figure, you know, better to teach myself a lesson now than later. And you know, once that broke, I decided to tighten up the stop on the last, you know, 10% of that size, and that got stopped out here at a break even.